proven to receive many results to like reducing social anxiety.
What cringe? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
because going in those scenarios does not like change your underlying beliefs or ideas in your head for long. So it may work temporarily, but it is not a long-term solution.
That's cringe.
Yeah.
It definitely worked for a while having people. Because, like, the whole introvert anxiety thing, blah, blah, blah. But then it goes away.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I think, is that like I said, for my girlfriend, she has a lot of social anxiety around her peers. That is something that I don't have. Like, I can go around people my age and feel totally fine and not really have a problem interacting with them. But I get a lot of social anxiety when interacting with like superiors or people above me. So any like adults or people like that really I find very uncomfortable. And I'm almost certain this is linked back to experiences I've had where I've been like I've done stupid things and been embarrassed in front of my parents or other adults, and that is sort of
Oh, yeah, like a
me,
guilt thing. I had a guilt thing
yeah,
for a long
it's
time.
made me like I really don't want to fuck up or look stupid, and it doesn't help that my uncles are super. I know that they care and that they love me, but they're like assholes a lot of the time. I know it's all bark, but it doesn't help when you're growing up and you're formulating your brain, and when you say something or make jokes or act a little out of line, you get fucking slammed for it.
It's getting,
It
like,
doesn't feel
fears,
good.
yeah.
So it makes me never want to like. It makes me so scared to fuck something up or like to look stupid. I just really don't want to experience that. So I like really am like super in my own when interacting with people older than me or adults or whatever. And that is because of the experiences that I've had as a child. And I've always had great friendships. Like in school, I hung out with a lot of people and had really close friends, and that's always been a big plus for me. So interacting with people that I know or like my peers, it comes really easily to me. I think I am not licensed. I may have a doctorate, but I'm definitely not a licensed therapist. But if I was your therapist, which I'm not, but entertain my thought, maybe I'm a pretentious asshole, but sure, we're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
If you came to me for therapy specifically for social anxiety and managing it, then the first thing that I would do is find out why you feel that way. Because once we know why, we can do something about it. Start to change your underlying beliefs. So if you've gone to a therapist and said, "Hey, I have social anxiety," and they go, blah, blah, blah," and they don't try and figure out where it's coming from, they're, in my opinion, not doing it correctly. However, I am not a medical professional licensed therapist, so take everything I say with that guy's fucking retarded.
This is like the I'm not a
That's
financial
true.
advisor
But
guy.
then
I'm
it's
not.
also like it's a thing where there's no exact science in it. It's just
No,
correlations.
But they're,
It's
they're
it.
yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, that guy got helped by this.
And of course, my opinions are just based off books that I have read about this topic and experiences that I've had. So, you know,
I don't know. I mostly went into therapy to change my perspective on feeling silence of opinion.
what do you mean by that?
So we live in a culture where if you challenge feminism, you are completely fucked in the ass and potentially lose your job. You also can't make certain jokes
Yeah.
without getting fucked, but then the opposite way, it's fine. So like,
So then,
if you're sexist in the female manner, you're fucked. But if you're sexist in a male manner, not the same. There's not hypergamy. It's
yes.
hypocritical.
So do you feel like you you like have to.
Suppress.
Yeah, you feel like you have to suppress.
Oh yeah, I do. But
And w- what do you think is wrong with that?
um
Why is that a problem?
uh good question. Good question. Good question. I'm
So
struggling to answer
let
that
me
question.
suggest. Do you think the problem? Hold on. Is the problem that you're having difficulties suppressing, or and you would like to get better at doing it, or is the problem that suppressing itself is making you feel really bad?
Um yeah, suppressing it makes me feel bad.
Okay. So then what I would recommend is that you, because I'm sure you can do this, is that you find groups of people where you don't have to be like that, so that you can sort of like get it out. Because unfortunately, for society, I don't think you can just go around challenging our societal norms without seriously damaging your reputation or life. And so you can either choose to manage that by getting better at suppressing it and being more okay with it, or you can have part of your life allow this where you don't have to suppress yourself, and the other part of your life, it's like it doesn't matter as much for you because you have like an outlet, right?
Yeah. I think
What did they say?
well, I think the worst part is like like there's a diversity council, right?
Hmm.
And so current leadership and management, I think there's around at least 50-50 in gender ratio, and at least management for just above me, which is very interesting. But that makes sense based off the workforce is practically a 50-50 split at this point, which is wacky. But I find it interesting because women feel oppressed in the moment in the current day society when going for management positions because they don't have role models to look up to when role models should be of their skill in like the skill set, not based off their gender, race, or like ethnicity or background and shit. Like I saw like a post where like um when you look at things in media, some women can't relate to like I don't know, maybe a Disney princess because they're not the same skin tone or like you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
men don't really have that problem. Like they'll look
So
up to like a superhero. They could be black, white, Hispanic, and like it doesn't fucking matter.
mhm.
So when you look at
So
that through like hiring and like I hear females like we need like more women in the position, but like what are they? What does a woman versus a man bring into a position? Like, shouldn't it be based off just pure skill alone and what they bring to the table? Not like it's at that point you're basically
I know.
yeah, um you're discriminating against like the opposite by hiring based off like a prioritization of the one gender or the one race. Like it's another thing in like scholarships. Like you want more females in certain groups like STEM and all that shit. Like, I don't understand like why there needs to be a priority when we've had the freedom of choice to choose those like areas of study and women are still not choosing them. Why like why not just give scholarships to people that like you know would suit best for the role, I guess, instead of based off gender alone or whatever. Yeah,
sure,
that's the one.
I agree with you. Do you think you're going to change things?
Uh, it depends on the area because I can change an individual's perspective.
Do you feel
Perhaps
do you feel like it's your responsibility to do that?
I mean Not necessarily.
Okay, do you have a desire to?
In some aspects of my life, yeah.
Okay, so is tell me exactly again, what is the problem?
Like I can't talk about it without someone raising an eyebrow or like, oh, bro, like this guy's sexist. This guy's like, it's judgment. Like I can't have an opinion,
Okay.
and that's where this. Like,
And so how does it make you feel when you just don't talk to those people about it?
I get really angry because like that shit will be running through my head, and like I can't talk about it, but I have to fucking just to let him speak. Just like, bro, they're talking shit out of their ass about fucking I don't know, the gender pay gap, bro. It's in there like, women are oppressed. We're getting paid less than men for the same amount of work, and I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, fuck you. But you know, like, it just pisses me off. And like, if I say something, it's relief. If I don't
Yeah.
say anything, it's like,
Yeah, I understand how that could make you upset. Hearing someone say something so incredibly wrong and you not even being able to correct them without being shunned. I'm sure it's a very upsetting thing to experience. Do you
Like, and
think do you think that it would be better if it didn't make you angry?
oh hell yeah.
So I think the solution, because unless you intend to uproot and change all of society,
Which is never happening.
you're right. The only thing that you can control is the way that you respond to it. So you can hold your beliefs. I'm not asking you to change them. But
Yeah, no.
what might benefit you is being able to tone down or control the anger that you feel for not being able to discuss it. Because that is something that you can control.
Mm.
And I understand that it may feel, and this may make you more angry, it may feel like the correct thing to do is for you to be silenced. And that is obviously it would naturally upset you more. In which case, it might be helpful to find a way to express your ideas just in settings where it may be more allowed.
Yeah, assess
Not-
the audience and put yourself in the correct echo chamber. Or like, yeah.
I'm not saying for you to join an echo chamber. There may be people who will genuinely listen to you. You just have to do it in settings that may not negatively affect the rest of your life, which, you know, work or a setting like that may negatively affect you. If you discuss these things, like you say, people will label you like a sexist, and I'm sure that's not good for work. So
No.
the two things you could do is try and change the way that you react to being silenced, and then additionally find an outlet where you don't have to be silent while still being safe.
That's the great thing about the internet.
Exactly.
Talk so much shit.
I'm sure, you know, there are Discord servers you can join.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, what did the therapist that you went to say when you told them?
I have terrible memory issues.
Sure.
Like, you might say that, like, ask me a question, I won't be able to recall it, and then, like, after we've had this conversation, I'll be like, oh, yeah, this, now I remember. Like,
Yeah, I was just curious.
yeah, no. My recall fucking sucks, bro.
Maybe it's because you're not getting enough sleep.
It is because I'm not getting enough sleep. I have literally had bags for like the past 2 years because of shift work. Actually, I was shit at school too. During senior year, I just fucking didn't sleep.
Yeah. It's the problem. Schools, they're not helping. You know,
Nope.
schools 100 years ago used to start at like 9 a.m. Now schools start at 7 or 8. Terrible.
Luckily, my school started at like 8:45, so
It's not bad.
yeah.
And there have been studies in or schools in the United States that have switched back over to 9 a.m. and seen immediate turnarounds and improvements in grades and testing scores.
Yeah.
Because that last 30, 40 minutes of sleep makes a big difference in learning.
I never understood why you make high schoolers get less sleep.
Yeah, especially, and here's the most interesting part about it, and why it's even more fucked up, is because 16-year-olds naturally have their circadian rhythm shift down.
Yeah, they need to be up later.
Yeah.
It's not a meme. They literally do.
Yeah, their circadian rhythms literally change. They come back to normal once you get about 20. But from like 15 to 18, they go down. They go later.
Yeah, because I used to get up at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning when I was like toddler and like up to like 8 or whatever. And then as I got older, I was like, man, I just wanted to sleep in, bro.
The evolutionary reason why is fascinating. It's because those are the times when at those later couple hours, those are the times when adults are asleep, but the teenagers will stay awake, which will give them perfect practice for being on their own, for being individuals and adults, while they're socializing and being their own without the parents around. So it's like a test run for them being actual adults.
Yeah.
How much
But
sentiment do I
that
have?
has caused our high schoolers to do worse and worse in school. What did you ask?
How much sentiment do I have?
102.
Damn. Why am I
Let's
getting
go.
so much? I really didn't want to play devil's advocate during the sexist thing. But the one thing I will say is that more women in the workforce is mainly due to like there are real sexists out in the world and people just want to feel safe at their job.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
I just
the representation and like feeling empowered thing I get, but like the just wanting to have people that aren't actively trying to like hurt your career or like do things to you,
well,
like
yeah, but it happens
just be
both ways.
misogynistic.
yeah, like it happens both ways though.
Oh, definitely.
It's they're both in the minority.
People are just
Like,
generally
it's
like
not-
dicks to each other.
Yeah, it's
however,
like it's not. Yeah.
you have to admit that there is more of a physical threat from a man than there is like a woman. Sure, maybe nowadays
Yeah,
you could,
definitely.
you could
That's
argue that well, women have power in terms of like they can end your career now.
Yeah.
A man may rape you, but a woman can put you in fucking jail. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely better, but there's still like comfortability's sake in a job,
Yeah, I agree.
especially STEM and stuff like that. Like imagine
that's-
trying to get a degree in an area like that. That's why they don't get degrees.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still a lot of like discrimination towards women going into the STEM field. I'm sure it happens. Fucking oldies. And what I think will happen is that the people who have those biases will become less and less. In 100 years,
Yeah.
there will be more people like us, mindset,
do not care.
in STEM who don't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't fucking care.
No,
But there may be someone 20 years older than me who does. Some Indian guy who's like, women are not people.
But then
He's a
everyone's
great
just like, who
doctor.
cares, dude?
Yeah. And then,
No one gangs up with him.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll slowly change.
It might. But then at the same time, how long have we had this culture for there?
the people our age are the most woke people
Yeah.
that have existed.
True.
So wait for all the boomers to die and wait for us to have kids and we're just going to get more people who don't care.
It'll happen.
It's not like we're going to get more sexist. I'm pretty
No.
sure we're not
I'm pretty sure
regressing.
sexism's ending.
No, sexism will never go away.
Well-
There's something so inherent about women and like, fucking men. There's inherent. I think racism will go away before sexism goes away. There are
True.
differences between men and women, and it's
Well, yeah,
it's-
because
Well, that's the
all
consequence of my.
the race things did happen first in history, and then the sexist things.
Well, the race
No.
was.
no
was-
shot.
No, I mean like the racist, like the laws that got rid of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I don't know, right? Like.
Because
look at-
there is actually nothing different between a white man and a black man, but a fucking man and a woman. Oh,
Yo, I
fucking
don't get
women,
pregnant.
dude.
What the hell? That's weird.
Fucking women. Right? There's something so inherent about that. It's in our biology. That shit's
Yeah,
not going
exactly.
away.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
It'll get less and less. Right? It won't be as bad, but will always be like a fucking woman moment or whatever. That will always happen.
Ugh, I can't believe I hated women for a bit.
I've never hated women. People call me a misogynist, but I've never hated women. So I don't really understand
Hate is too strong of an emotion to waste on someone you don't like.
that.
Words of wisdom, they're back.
guys, I love women so much that I criticize them to make them better people. That's how it works.
You're just
guys.
negging them.
I'm developing their character. Guys. Chill out, bro. I'm just character development in their story, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. People have biases. It's all a matter of perspective.
People have biases when they don't see the other perspective, and it's kind of cringe.
Well, I like to think I'm an open mind individual. I like to listen. I'm a listener, and I absorb it, and I go, all right, does that resonate with me? Yes, no. But I'm based off logic, individual though.
Based.
Just-
I'm based. Based on what? It's not based on anything.
But then at the same time, logic is also biased. So whatever.
Nah.
Yeah, you have a bias for the truth.
No,
No, my green. Fuck.
Oh,
No,
you
'cause
actually
logic
had a
can't-
way. You had a way.
Logic can be
I'll
biased.
get it. I'll
like,
get it.
That's why we have so many fucking studies. It's like, bro, people can't even fucking get
I'm
shit.
so annoyed with fucking studies. You know how-
Bro, study this dick, bro.
Bro, they're not getting a consistent outcome, guys. What is this? This is
Look,
Oh shit, I
Being-
had it.
research.
nothing will study pill you harder than being in the fucking fitness world. There's a bullshit study that was done terribly, done to
Dude.
prove fucking anything
Dude,
ever.
there is a food that's good for you that'll be bad for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
True.
You know, there are people that are genuinely out there that believe that wine is good for your heart because of bullshit fake studies. But
yeah,
what's a
that's
more,
called
what's a
logical
more-
bias.
What's a more interesting headline? Wine, bad for your health, or wine, good for your health? What do
Yeah,
people
well,
want to
guess what
read more?
clicks?
About the
Yeah,
thousands of studies
wine.
that prove that alcohol will poison you and kill you, or the one that
No.
says maybe it'll benefit your heart? What do people want to read?
Yep.
What do people want to think
Yeah.
about when they're drinking it?
Yeah, exactly. When they're poisoning themselves, what do they want to believe? That it's for my heart, guys. One glass of wine isn't bad. Wrong.
Guys, everything in moderation. Stop it. Buddhism. Oh god.
Dude, you're almost done. 50 points.
You can do
Don't
it.
mash the
You had
broken
the
hearts.
69. Oh my god, he's gonna do
4
it.
points.
Yo, I just verified the golden.
Oh, he's done it. This is a world
Oh my
record.
god, that's so good.
Oh,
That world record has us talking about women.
Yo!
Oh fuck.
No.
You're gonna have to mute the VOD.
We're gonna
man.
send
You're
this
gonna have
run to
mute
your
it.
boss, Pac-Man.
It's fine. We love women. We love women.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna do Get Late Easy now.
Yeah, I do love women.
Alright, with that, I'm gonna go to bed. I will talk to y'all later.
Alright, chill.
Oh shit! It's
Bye.
fucking 4:45.
Yeah.
See,
I
either
keep
relevant
forgetting.
minutes